When I went to pick up Giselle today, this is what she looked like getting into the car.
Wow.
You probably looked a little bit scary coming out of this, walking in the dark towards my car. Like if anyone saw you and didn't know what was going on. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't make you laugh. Okay. Well, anyway, she came to the car, and I was like, "What is going on?" Anyway, so hi, welcome to what is today? Friday.
Mm-hmm. Today is Friday.
She's not allowed to laugh. I'm usually really bad at keeping myself from making her laugh.
Remember how much it hurts?
Yeah.
Stop it.
And Giselle got paid today. She's so cool. She got paid a bunch of overtime. Making that money. Good job. High five. Turkey.
Yes, because this is what turkeys look like.
It is.
Christopher is the best husband ever. And he got me peanut butter explosion ice cream. It's so good. It's like chocolate and peanut butter cups. It's delicious. So I begged him to go get it for me, and he did, and he's the sweetest and best ever. So that, and then after I stick on a mask like that, I like to stick on a hydrating one just to revitalize my skin. So yeah, I have a moisture mask on right now. So be it a sheet mask or just one like this, I like to stick one on after that, and then my skin will feel wonderful tomorrow and tonight, obviously. Yeah.
So I'm actually about to go to bed. Giselle went to bed pretty soon after getting home from work because she was feeling really tired. She hasn't gotten very much sleep recently, and she went to bed a little bit early to hopefully offset that a little bit. And I'm going to try to wake up early in the morning too. It's not too late, but I mean tomorrow's Saturday, so I get to sleep in at least a little bit. I'm going to try to wake up a little bit early tomorrow though, maybe a couple hours after I usually wake up, maybe around 8 or something, and get some stuff done before I take Giselle to work, because there's a lot of stuff that I would like to do tomorrow. And I wanted to show you guys something before that. This thing from work that we did, that I've talked about a few times. It's a Christmas catalog. It's not actually out. Well, it's not actually out yet. It hasn't been sent to people yet. But then we got the initial little booklets that they printed out for it. This is the size. It's like a mini book. So this is the size it's gonna be. But anyway, so. I thought I would show it to you real quick. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see before and afters of what it looked like before we got to it and before we retouched and stuff, but this cover is actually a shot that I did that I retouched, which is pretty cool. It's cool seeing something that I put together on here. I mean, I didn't take the shot, but and I'm not sure how clear it'll come through. I did the window and the wall all around this tree stuff. The chandelier was super crooked. Everything was crooked on it. It looked really screwed up, and I fixed it. The little things in the wall back there, the things in the frames in the wall back there, were a little bit off and weird looking, and I had to fix those. The floor, which you can't actually, they kind of cropped the floor out a little bit, but there was a floor that I fixed as well. Anyway, there's a bunch of little things in here. I just made it look nice. So that's that. When we do stuff like this for print, for catalog stuff, they try to go into the shot making it look a little bit more full and complete than they would for just our normal regular shots that we do on a daily basis. This is kind of like a special thing, so they put more effort into it. So there's less to do retouching wise with these, but they still take a really long time, because for print things need to be done perfectly, even more perfectly than they are for just a website, just because it's easier to see mistakes. So there's several rounds of fixing things up with people looking at it and telling us new things to retouch and fix. So this took several days worth of work to get perfectly right, and same with all the other ones I did in here, which is, I did this one. This is a much bigger room, so there's more things to do. Obviously, like I said, you can't really see it before, but I thought it would be fun to show you. I didn't do that one, and let's see, yeah, these next few are not mine, but this one's mine. So for example, this thing was broken. These were all lopsided. These drawers were all lopsided because the drawer mechanisms, I guess, inside were broken, and they had to be fixed. This second door handle didn't exist. There was only one door handle, and I had to put a second door handle on. This thing only came down to here, and they gave me a second image with it right here that I had to kind of combine the two. I fixed the floor. The floor looked really nasty and beat up, and I changed the color. There's a wallpaper on there that I had to stitch together. They kind of shot a tiny little square of this wallpaper, and I had to tile it and then put it onto the wall and make it look realistic on the wall, like real wallpaper. And it ended up looking really good, actually. I'm really happy with it, the way the shot went, and then windows and reflections and stuff, of course. So, and then I also did this one. So, same kind of thing. Reflection in the mirror. There wasn't anything in the mirror before. This is like another shot that we did. It's another room that we did for this catalog that I put in the mirror. And then window outside, floors. This one had just a lot of little cleanups to do, because the sets always have imperfections, tons of little imperfections that just need to be gone into, and if you saw them in the finished product, they'd be super distracting. Like there's a lot of gaps, light coming through the gaps in the bottom of the walls, so I like had to close those off and just make it look nicer in general. And then this one was a lot of work. This specifically, this side over here, they only had enough of this wall. Like they built the set, so this set was built like this with these like white planks like this, and so they only had enough of this wall to cover half of it, so I had to extend it out and make it look nice on the other side, and then put shadows back in and like put it behind the this painting thing, and floors again, window again. There's a lot of little imperfections all around dealing with this thing, and like wrinkles on this thing. There was a lot of work that went into this one. This one took a very long time, and it was kind of a little while ago, so I can't remember every single thing that I did. And then the other retoucher actually worked on this one, but like before, it had a wreath here that they didn't like. The people looking at it after they shot it didn't like, so we had to get rid of the wreath. And then this blanket used to be red, and I actually retouched that one because the other retoucher was out the day they asked for that. They kind of sent it back and were like, we decided we don't like how much red is in this, so make it blue like the chair. So I did. This other big thing, they shot this 2 different ways, and then I fixed it up completely with the other way they did it, with the other setup on the table. So they had a different setup on the table, and then they were like, you know what, we like the other setup better. We like everything you did to the rest of the shot. Can you just make the stuff on the table the way it is in this shot right here, this like this? And so I had to put that over top of it, but it messed up everything behind it. So I had to really kind of go around these flowers and really insert them in and make them look nice, and just make this whole table just look cohesive with the rest of everything else. I had already edited everything else, and there were so many little things. These walls were so yellow and gross looking. I desaturated them quite a lot. I had to select all of this walls all around this garland. I had to make this garland like a different color because it wasn't glowy enough. And then the whole wall around all of this stuff, all of these little nooks and crannies behind all this stuff with the wall had to be desaturated and made look nice. This thing back here was all weird looking and skewed and awkward, and had to be fixed up quite a bit. This console back here, and the floors again, window scene, and then just the curtains weren't bright enough and were like really dull and hard to see with all the light coming through, so I had to like brighten them up and make them look more like these chairs. And just in general, there's a lot of little things that you wouldn't really know had been done to it. Like, and once again, the chandelier was super crooked. I had to straighten up all these things. And yeah, so there's lots of little things in here like you wouldn't know I had to fix if I didn't tell you, or if you hadn't seen the before picture. But believe me, it took hours to get that to look good. Same with this one. This is also one of mine. It took hours to get it to look good. And then something like this, the window, the art director wanted something very specific out the window, and I had to find something to put out the window that we could use, and it was like a more city-ish kind of environment. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that went into this one as well. And I think that's all of the shots that I did, and that shot here is on the back as well. So shots that I did are both on the back and the front, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, that was a whole lot of stuff. I brought that back actually last week. I showed it to my parents over the weekend when they came, because I just thought it would be cool to show them what I do. A little bit of like the catalog that we did and stuff, and showed Giselle as well. And I forgot to show you, so I thought I might do that because I've talked about it a few times like over the past couple months. So anyway, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.